thought this would be a fun video to make, not only because I find it super interesting, but also because I think it's stuff that you should actually know, especially in a market like this where the home inspection conditions are usually waived. I always make myself available for the home inspections because I find them great learning experiences. So today I'm going to share a little bit about what I learn when I go through the home inspections and their reports, because this stuff is super important when you're buying or selling, so make sure you stick around. I can go on about this for much longer than your attention span is going to stick with me, so you can always book a call, a buyer or a seller consultation if you want more customized advice. And feel free to send me a message if you want a downloadable list of typical life cycles of some of the most common components of the home. I'm Kim Wolfchild and I consult buyers and sellers around the Greater Toronto area to make better educated and more informed real estate decisions. I always remind my clients to arrive at the home inspection or read through it with realistic expectations. It's important to know if there were structural updates done by the sellers previously and approximately when. That being said, if you're buying a 12 to 15-year-old home, let's face it, you might need a new roof if it wasn't previously done. If you're buying a 60-year-old home, you may have to test for hazardous materials or update some of the plumbing or electrical systems. Don't let these things scare you away from moving forward if you do find issues, because knowledge is power. You'll need to factor the costs of the repair into your budget. But of course, sometimes it is worth walking away from a home that's just going to eat up more money than you're willing to spend. Let's get into that list. Foundation problems can get super expensive to repair. You might notice little hairline cracks along the foundation, and those are a result of concrete shrinking as it cures. Those cracks are pretty small and don't really affect the overall structure. Here's an example of a large crack. This crack was visible on the home's exterior and ran into the basement's furnace room, also visible on the inside. The major concern is leakage. Larger cracks need to be checked out by a professional. These cracks could indicate an issue with the home's footing and affect the overall integrity of the home's foundation. Foundation issues can be a sign of structural weakness. There could be a chance of movement and water entering the home. While you tour the exterior, make sure that the downspouts are directing water away from the roof and the foundation to avoid leaks. Which leads me to my next point: water damage. This is your home's worst enemy. You'll notice water damage by its signature stains. I think it's important to identify whether the damage is from a past or a current issue. Something else that I also advise is to be aware of the source of the stains and their potential costs of repair. Here are two examples. The first one is obvious moisture on a basement wall, and this happened to be because of a drainage issue. The second picture here shows moisture stains and material deterioration from a ceiling leak. Something that you can easily check as you're touring a home are the plumbing fixtures like sinks, toilets, taps. Think of things like low water pressure, a tub or a shower that drains really slowly, a toilet that won't flush completely, or toilet tanks that won't refill. In many cases, problems with a fixture can be a symptom of a drainage issue. You'll read more about this in an inspection report, but the types of pipes are something that I also think that you should be aware of. Copper pipes are the most traditional plumbing pipe used today because they're very reliable and durable. Materials like lead, galvanized pipes, and Kitec have been linked to health issues and are also prone to corrosion, leaks, and breaks. Since perfection is not a realistic option in any home, these are just a few of the things that you'll want to investigate more thoroughly if you do find them in your home inspection report. Share your experiences with me in the comments or book a call to discuss your options.